All right, welcome back to Western New York Living. As the holiday season creeps up on all of us, I'm sure plenty will be getting together with family and friends to celebrate. Now, if you're starting to realize that hearing conversations or maybe hearing the television with a few people in the room is becoming an issue, it's time for a hearing exam. Dr. Jill Bernstein and the rest of the doctors, by the way, at Hearing Evaluation Service of Buffalo can help you with all of your hearing needs. And she's with us again here on set. By the way, do you agree with that peanut butter thing can't be real, right?
I'm going to go invest in some peanut butter.
All right. See if we can get the right circumstances here. Let's talk about baseline hearing tests and why they're so important for individuals.
Well, they're important because unfortunately most people don't get them. Their doctors kind of overlook this, but it's really important because a lot of people can have the starting symptoms of hearing loss, but it will take a long time before it's enough to bring them to our office. And the earlier we catch it, the easier the adjustment is for treatment, and also the lower the risk of cognitive impairment. So even a mild untreated hearing loss doubles your risk of cognitive impairment. So we really want to catch people early and eliminate that.
And I imagine most people aren't aware they're losing their hearing. That
Right.
it's gradual. It's not just they wake up one day and like, oh, I can't hear the conversation.
Right. Those are the ones that always come in, but it happens so slowly over a period of time, it's really hard to notice without coming in for routine evaluations.
Now, we're coming up in the holiday season, as I mentioned to start, and some folks might not want to hear their relatives during the holiday. However, putting it off is not a good idea, right? Because things will continue to deteriorate.
Right. Yeah, and for the holidays, I mean, this is the time some of us only get to see certain family members this one time a year. And the last thing you want is to be in a big family gathering and not be able to participate because you can't hear anything.
Sure.
And sometimes that's where the difficulties really start to come out, when you realize everyone else is joining in and you're really not able to. So better to come in early, and then we can help you make the most of your holidays.
Yeah, it's like my family. It's a fast and furious conversation. You're going to miss things for sure. Now, there's different types of hearing aids. I think the technology you were just telling me about, some like micro hearing aids. It's pretty incredible technology, isn't there?
There is. I mean, we have things that are truly invisible that sit really deep in the ear canal, and you can actually wear 24 hours a day for weeks at a time. To things that can connect to cell phones, and you can use for wireless phone calls, hands-free phone calls, plus the amplification that it provides for your hearing.
Well, that's and trained professionals, and you guys can tune the devices or even inner ear devices there. That's why it's important to see doctors like Jill here to help you out with that. Also want to mention, a lot of people go to Florida this time of year, down south to get away for the winter. You can help them not only in person, but telehealth, right?
That's right. A lot of hearing aids now, when we link them to your smartphone, we can provide remote services. So if you need an adjustment or something like that, especially if the acoustics in your Florida home are different than they are here because of high ceilings and hard surfaces, we can actually have a remote programming session in your home and address those kinds of things.
How often should we get our hearing checked? You were telling me this before we started. Kevin, you haven't been in. But how often should we get our hearing checked?
So for some people, it's every 2 years, but there are a lot of health conditions that put people at higher risk of progressive hearing loss, like type 2 diabetes, hypertension, cholesterol. When you have those medical conditions, we'll recommend annual hearing tests.
All right, and hey, it's important to know we do it with our vision. Why wouldn't we do it with our hearing?
Yeah.
So if you're noticing changes in your hearing, it's time to schedule a no-obligation hearing evaluation with the wonderful doctors at Hearing Evaluation Services of Buffalo. They have 4 office locations here in Western New York. You can find them in Amherst, Williamsville, Orchard Park, and Tonawanda. And to find out more about all the hearing services they offer, head to their website at hesofbuffalo.org or give them a call at the number you see on the screen.